right, y'all. I want to thank you guys for tuning into the Hooligans podcast. Today, I'm with businessman Graison. How are you doing, bro? Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, man, of course. I'm doing good, man. Just keeping my head in the game. How about you?
Doing great, bro. We got a good show today. We're gonna be talking about it's kind of interesting. We're gonna be talking about window washing, but also the stock market and investing, which at first glance you kind of would think that they don't have anything in common. But I mean, when you talk about small window washing from a small business perspective, and taking that money and either putting it into the market or trying to emulate the businesses in the market, they kind of go hand in hand. So today we have our guest today, Graison, and shoot, bro, it's funny, man. I started watching Grayson's videos on window washing when I was getting started in window washing myself, and it's crazy, bro, from my perspective, because I was like freaking I was freaking homeless and shit. I got kicked out of my freaking grandma's house, and I was like basically SOL, and so I was like, fuck, I gotta start something, try to make some money or whatever. I was doing this YouTube stuff, and like literally, I had got like 3,000 subscribers, and then boom, some bullshit happened. I got kicked out. I was forced to just try to like figure it out. DoorDash was like basically non-existent, like wouldn't really work, and so I stumbled upon window washing. I looked up like car detailing, all the kind of like small business stuff, and then I found window washing, and then I that's how I found freaking Grayson's videos, bro. So again, bro, can you tell me about that time, how it was for making those videos, and like kind of where was your head at the time?
Say it one more time.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of like where was your where can you take the audience back to that moment of you starting the YouTube channel, getting into window washing, and like kind of how did that even like how did you even like get in that and get into like start making YouTube videos?
Yeah, that's a good question, brother. So it's actually kind of funny. Our stories kind of aligned a little bit there. So I was working at a sales job. I've been in sales my whole life, and I coincidentally I had just gotten fired. What's up, brother? Um, so yeah, I'd gotten fired from one of my sales jobs in the past, and I was approaching like when you had to pay rent first in the month, and I did not have any money. So I went on YouTube. I looked up side hustles for younger people with like $0, and then I found the Josh and Oliver Lester brothers, and I just watched all their videos.
Yeah.
And then one of my friends, actually, his name's Jaden. So Jaden Dreams, he's one of my IRL friends or a mutual that I know in real life. Um, he hired me to do door to door for him for his window cleaning business. I'd sold, I think it was like 16 or $1,700 in that one day, my first day. And then from there, I was like, I kind of did some school fucked up shit, but I was like, all right, from there, I'm just gonna start my own stuff. And then me and him ended up working it out. I started my own thing, and then from there, I just started making videos because I've been making videos since I was like in middle school, honestly. So yeah, that's basically it, bro. It was just kind of like making videos is
Dang.
kind of like a passion of mine, you know?
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. Shoot, that's crazy, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like a weird like you're saying, it was like a weird coincidence because like at that time, like I think it was like 2 years ago or a year ago. I feel like window cleaning content just like was like blowing up. Like everybody just started making like window cleaning content,
yeah,
and
for sure.
I was like, yo, this is crazy. And I remember telling my mom, like, mom, like window cleaning, like everyone's just like walking up to neighbors, like houses, and like I had done like 2 weeks of some door knocking. Yeah, so I want to get into some door knocking like stories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because door knocking's like that's like it's like a step up from like I would say like window washing in terms of uh like favorability. Um, I door knocked to try and sell some like alarm systems, and like I just remember being out all day, just like getting no sales, and like
Yeah.
um yeah. So door knocking's crazy. So do you have any like good funny door knocking stories?
Funny door knocking stories. Man, not really. Dude, I did a lot of I did a lot of substances when I was younger, so my memory's pretty bad. But honestly, when it comes to like working
Nah,
with
you
like
good, bro.
businesses, when it comes to businesses, I essentially just treat my body as kind of like a machine almost. And that sounds super corny, like, all right, bro, like who do you think you are, Patrick Bateman? But the thing that kind of helps me because I've dealt with ADHD and anxiety my whole life. I'm a lot like in my head, so I just it's kind of like I sit back on in autopilot while my body does the work. So I don't know, I just knock the doors and then I just try to get as many jobs as possible until like obviously I it's either dark outside or my body gives up on me. But man, I don't know. Funny stories like I've never dude, I don't know. Like I never really had that bad of luck. Like the cops got called on me one time and I was like, yeah, bro, like I'm just knocking doors trying to make money. He was like, all right, and let me go. Never had a gun pulled out on me. I think if you just be respectful, like that'll get you far. Like I think people are so entitled when they're coming up on people's doorsteps and they think that they're the ones who are supposed to be there when it's like, all right, bro, you're interrupting this guy's family time to tell him about window washing. Like the least you can do is be respectful and as positive as possible. So not really any funny stories, not for real. Nah.
Okay, okay, for sure, for sure. I remember watching one of the customers gave like I remember you had like somebody else you were working with. There was like another homie in the videos, and
Yeah.
he gave you guys like some beer or something like after you guys did the job.
Oh shit. Yeah, I forgot about that one. That was like my third job ever sold. We finished cleaning his home and then he just pulled out like beers and like a stack of cash and gave it to us. That was pretty cool. I've had a lot of good experiences for sure.
Eh,
I've had a lot of good experiences. I've been pretty lucky, bro, for the most part.
that's sick. That's sick. Yeah, man. Like I remember watching that shit. Like, yo, this is like the coolest shit ever to watch. Like, cause you were doing the like
Yeah.
daily like video. Like, yo, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go knock doors, and then you freaking knock the doors, got the customers. You were cleaning the windows, and I was like, yo, this shit is tight, bro. And
Yeah, bro.
so I ended up freaking just jumping in and buying all the equipment, and then I started like knocking on businesses because I started watching like a few other window washing YouTubers that like do like the like mom and pop kind of like style businesses in shopping
Yeah, yep,
malls.
yep.
Yeah, yeah. Because I tried to go, I did door knock some homes, but I didn't have any luck. The third day of me door knocking the businesses, I got this nail salon that said yeah, and that shit was crazy because like again I'm like homeless, I'm like trying to figure shit out, and then like you get that yes where like I asked the lady, I told the lady, and bro, I did the whole fucking like the whole like the fucking script, bro. That shit is hilarious, bro. The like well, since we're in the area, I'll take off like 20%. That shit works, bro. And like the fucking like we normally if you called us it would be 140, but since I'm in the area and you're wearing a green shirt, we'll do a discount. And yeah, the lady said yes for $100, and I was like, oh shit. And so I got like footage of me like cleaning the windows and stuff, and like that shit is
Yeah,
cool, bro. Like
it
it
is.
it makes, yeah, like just while you're doing it, like you just feel like you feel independent. You feel like fucking like an adult and shit. Like, yo, this is crazy, bro. And let me see what else I got on here. Yeah, so before we'll get into the stock market stuff too soon, because that's how the stock market ties into the story. But so do you have any like favorite home services to offer other than window cleaning? And have you ever got any experience with like different stuff like that?
Yeah. Hold on. Look at the comment, bro. How does a black woman know that she's pregnant? I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. Let us know.
Oh
What was
shoot, I can't see them. I can't see the comments.
Oh, that's
But
crazy. Wait,
hey,
what
I'm
was
glad
what
we
was the
got some
question?
comments. That's
Reset
cool.
the question. Reset the question.
um oh yeah, yeah. Freaking is there a way for me to yeah, so do you have any like favorite home other favorite home services to offer besides window cleaning?
Yeah, good question. So I think the point of business is to make as much money as possible in the shortest amount of time. So adding on things just to get customers is super like a super big deal. Like if you can increase your customer like how much per customer like you're charging, super beneficial. What we found works best for us is soft washing, gutter cleaning, exterior gutter cleaning. I'm looking right now into permanent LED lighting. Roof washing is a good
Eh,
one. Literally anything that you can do on the outside of the home to help clean it is always going to be super beneficial for sure.
okay, okay. Yeah, that because like I the whole home service thing is like an interesting like business model, I guess, because like you kind of get in with one service, either like window cleaning, lawn mowing, something like
Yeah,
that, and then you like just like, hey man, we also do gutters, and then we also will do like soft washing and stuff like that, and then like before you know it, they're like you're like their main guy for all the services, and like it's
yeah,
interesting how little people care about the money who are interested, like who want the services,
yeah,
like charging $300 for a window cleaning like sounds crazy, and like even when I'm watching the videos, but like yeah, bro, like time and time again, like I see video after video of people saying yes, you got like yeses, bro. Um, so that's pretty sick, man. I definitely like because I'm doing like mainly doing stocks right now, but the problem with stocks is like when you're not trading, you're not making money. I mean, unless you like, I mean, trading, with stocks, obviously you can make a little bit, but like it would be cool to have a small service business on the side that's like making money daily, whether I'm in the markets or not. So I definitely am like have been thinking about going back to window cleaning or like doing some other type of service because again, like with stocks, you got so much free time. Like you make a trade in the morning and then you got like, the rest of the day to just do whatever. So
yeah.
um
Facts.
yeah, the home service business model is really awesome. Do you have any advice for anyone starting the home service business?
Man, I don't even know if I'm the right person to ask, bro. Coincidentally, man, I'm the type of person where I'll just say yes, figure it the fuck out later, bro. Um, so I mean, the biggest advice is don't pay anybody for coaching. Watch as little videos as possible. Learn how to clean so you can do a good job. Lead with a good heart. Be kind, patient, and nice to people, and people will want to help you out regardless. So I think the biggest thing is like, bro, like I was like I came from the hood, bro, in Atlanta. So the biggest thing is, bro, just hop off the porch, man. Hop off the porch and just do it. That's it. Like if you want to change your life, you will. What's up, Merrick? How are you, brother?
Dang. Yeah, I feel that, bro. I feel that. I feel like that's pretty much like how you got to just like you said, jump off the porch and just get to it, and like
Yeah.
you kind of will learn. Like they say that smart people learn from their mistakes and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. But it's like
Yep.
in reality, people aren't really trying to give you the sauce, and it's like it's almost quicker to just go out there, make the mistakes, and then learn it yourself. Um, because I mean, when it comes to stuff like this, like learning through YouTube is like the best you're gonna get from like learning from others' mistakes, which it did help a lot. But like at the end of the day, like you said, like don't pay for coaching. Like I had to just I was homeless and like it was just like fuck it. Like I gotta go up to these businesses and like one thing
Yeah.
that was cool that I liked was I had there was two schools of thought when it comes to like trying to just like make money. And then one YouTuber, he was like, "Yo, I went up to these businesses, told them I was homeless or whatever, needed to make money, and if they didn't do it for 20, I would do it for 10. If they didn't do it for 10, I would do it for 5." And so
Right.
I was thinking about some stuff like that, but then I also saw a video of someone saying, "Yo, don't do that. Like that's like a that's the wrong thing to do because it's like you're gonna devalue yourself. Like you don't want people to know your situation, and it's like just go in there and give them the script, and then let that be your strat." And so I was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, that's
Well,
crazy."
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, not to get too philosophical about it, but the first quote that you said, um, it's literally all about how you look at it, bro. At the end of the day, like I'm the type of person where, yeah, I'm chronically online. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I have three monitors in front of me. I'm always learning something. But at the end of the day, like you have to be smart enough and self-aware enough to discern whether or not what somebody's saying is true to you. Because even though me and you are on the same live right now, bro, we're on two different phones, we're in two different places, and we both have two different perspectives of the same situation we might be in, right? So I don't ever really listen to anybody else's advice, honestly. Like it's your life, figure it out. So that'd be the biggest advice I'd give to somebody when it comes to like home service or any business. Like you're not going to be able to learn from anybody else's failures, bro. Your journey is going to be completely different than anybody else. The faster you can learn to just go out and fail in public, fail in front of your friends, be a failure in front of your fucking family, the faster you'll see a little bit of success, bro. And the thing is people think nowadays that it's so easy to be successful in something or it's so easy to make quick money. The faster you make money, the faster it will go away. I promise you, bro. I promise you. And obviously there's like outliers of that correlation, but it's just statistically proven, bro. You want to build something that just lasts and do something that actually is good for you. Like people are just hopping on bandwagons nowadays. Just do whatever is good for you, bro. Find what you're passionate about. Like at the end of the day, we're living on a floating rock that we should not even have to work in general. So whatever you choose to do, just make sure you love it, bro.
Facts, facts. No, yeah, that's yeah, because it does you can like get as like you said, like philosophical as you want. And I feel you, bro. I'm like super like into like that side of thinking as well.
Yeah,
Um but yeah, so let's continue the interview. I don't want to kind of hold you too long, bro.
for
Appreciate
sure.
you stopping by again.
For sure, bro.
Um so how flipping over to the stock market side of things, how
For
did you
sure.
get into stocks?
Um, yeah, so I was selling insurance for about 6 or 8 months, almost a year. And I had a buddy that was like one of my coworkers, really cool guy. His name's Riley. He traded Forex. And he would tell like he would show me how much money he was making at one point. And his biggest problem was that he would just get too greedy and he would blow it. For me, I've realized that I'm extremely patient when it comes to stuff because of things that have happened in my lifetime. So I was like, if he just lacks discipline and he lacks patience to make money, then I should be decent at it. So I just learned some stuff. I literally just scoured on the internet. Whenever you're learning something brand new, there's gonna be that surface level where like the YouTube videos are trying to funnel you into a sales process, but you have to dig through the internet to find like bits and pieces of information to put together. That's what I did. I passed my first eval account and then I blew it, and then I passed my second one and I got a payout. So that was pretty chill. It was pretty cool.
Hey,
That was it. I've
yeah,
been
bro.
honestly like the thing that I'm trying to do now is like you said with the whole trading thing, you have to do it every day, which is like people don't understand. They're like, all right, bro, like you trade for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but like mentally that takes so much strength. Like you might wait 5 days in a row just to put a trade in, and then it could go either way, right? So for me, what I'm about to do is like
Facts.
just scale up the window cleaning stuff. Just use that capital to like swing trade, you know?
Hey,
Yeah,
okay,
bro.
okay, yeah,
Swing
bro.
trading shit.
Yup, combining the business with the stocks. Yeah,
Hey,
what's it
gotta
called?
either leverage time or money to make more, bro.
No, for real, like. like you said, like it's a real misconception on how it's gonna be like when you like people call it like getting profitable. Cause like I was thinking like I'll just be once I learn, I'll just be making all this like cash and like yeah, bro,
Yeah,
like it'll
little
just
do
be
they know.
like
Little do they know,
right.
bro.
That mental tax is crazy, like crazy real. Um
Mhm.
Shoot, bro, like you said, like with the trades can happen like any minute. Like they could
Yep.
happen 5 in the morning, 12 at night. And it's like if you and obviously you could do auto setups, but like your mind is still always on it. Like
Yep.
I just I just blew my account after like freaking like a month and a half of like having it. And
Dude, you got like
like
what, like 4 or 5 payouts, bro? Like, I'm not gonna lie, you was running up a bag, bro. That was low key sick. I seen that it was like what, 2,500, 2,300, bro, that shit
yeah,
must have
bro.
felt good, bro.
Yeah.
That shit must have felt good.
Thank you, bro. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, man. I was just like, damn, like just in like it's like being in the Matrix. Like I just freaking
Yeah. You just
yeah, bro.
escaped. You just took one of the pills, bro. Yeah, I get it.
For real, bro. Took a pill, just freaking because it was yeah, man. I freaking like I've been trying to do stocks since I was like fucking 19, and I'm goddamn
Mm,
30 now. So like
really?
yeah, bro. So like when first started, there was just like Timothy Sykes. I don't know if you watch Timothy Sykes videos. He's like a penny stock trader.
Okay.
So like that's how I got like my introduction to stocks was through penny stocks. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm smart enough for like regular stocks, and then to talk about like options and futures, I was like, yo, like that was just like beyond me. Like I was just like, dude, that's so crazy. But then like with all the content that's been coming out and like everybody talking about these funded accounts, like I just jumped on it through because I saw it on TikTok. I was like,
Yeah.
what the heck? Um, yeah, bro. That was sick, bro. I'm thanks for joining the Discord, bro, and like just jumping in and like uh got to freaking you get that payout, bro. That shit is fucking clean, bro.
For
Um
sure.
yeah, bro. We gotta definitely do some more trading and shit. Like I see that shit like fucking like campaign, bro. Like that shit is like a like some video games like Spy Kids 3D or like some fucking like World of Warcraft shit.
One million
Trying to survive
percent.
the
Yeah.
markets and stuff. Um but yeah, so what's it called? Let's see. I mean, I feel like this is kind of a. I'll just ask you the question. It's kind of like a silly question. I feel like now that I'm looking at it. But
Nothing's a silly
so
question, bro. You got it.
appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you. Um, what's it called? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about your. This wasn't the question, but how did you feel about getting your first payout and like um just the process of that like yeah, bro. Yeah, how did you feel about that?
I didn't really feel anything, bro, honestly. Like when I first went into trading, people like my boss, he actually traded with Fidelity. He was a hedge fund manager. He was trading millions of dollars. He told me just don't get attached to it. Like at the end of the day, trading is just like nature. It doesn't really care about what you feel or the discipline you have on your setups. Like it's gonna do whatever the fuck it wants. So when I got the payout, I was like, this is what it is. Like I just happened to be disciplined enough to get it. Um, Hi niggas, hugs from Brazil. Hug back to you, Mr. Anderson. Um,
Hey,
but yeah, I didn't really feel much. Like obviously it was cool, but I was kind of just like it was expected if I just did what I was supposed to and was disciplined and didn't overtrade, and just looked for my A+ setups, then I knew I was gonna get a payout. So it felt surreal in the moment because I was like, this is actually real. The money just hit my bank account. That's fucking crazy. Um, But other than
Yeah.
that, I wasn't like jumping up and down or anything. I was just kind of like, well, that's what happens when you stay consistent and you have discipline, you know?
Nah, yeah, that's actually like that's a real response, bro. Cause like even to get to the point of like getting a payout, like you gotta like really lock in on like that discipline and like um I we could talk we could it's like a it's kind of like a story for another time, but like the dude that made the candlestick charts is like this Japanese dude and
Yeah.
he made the yeah
He
he
has a
made the
book.
like
Yeah. The Candlestick
the
Bible.
candlestick cave. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, I read that shit, bro. It's fucking like it changed like everything, bro. Cause like what he was talking about, it isn't really what's on like TikTok and Instagram. Like that dude's like talking about like it's almost like you said when you said trading like your trading friend when you said it's like nature because Manahisa, the Japanese dude, he compares it to like the weather and stuff
Yeah.
like that and like
You can't guess it,
um
bro.
yeah bro so it's like it's crazy like you have to like be like when I started this shit at like 19, so like at first I was kind of like okay I'll learn a little bit but then it was getting hard so I was kind of like fuck it like let me just see if I could like wing this shit and like kind of like I won some, I lost some, but then like eventually like you start like I started just losing. Um, so
Yeah.
then I was like, damn, yeah, like I was like, damn, I gotta take this shit serious. And like
Yeah.
it's crazy because it wasn't until I went homeless that I was like, I had the fucking time to like really study and like really go like, okay, like what's going on? And I'll shoot the rabbit, but yeah, that's a story for another time. How do you feel about like funded accounts versus like say a regular account, even when it comes to like for like options trading? Because I know a regular futures account like it's kind of like bozo to do if you can do a funded, but just in terms of the idea of trading like fake money where you can get paid versus like real money.
Um, yeah, that's a good question, brother. So I think with funded accounts, like if you're a regular person with a 9 to 5 job, which isn't a bad thing whatsoever, but if you're somebody who has limited capital, you have limited savings, but you still want to practice something further than like a paper trading account, I think that funded accounts are major, 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 major. But the problem is that there's a lot of people who just gamble them and they think that they're not that big of a deal. Like for me, it's like, all right, you go spend 49 bucks on a my funded futures account, and then you fucking go below the evaluation, you pay for the reset fee, which is like $109 or whatever, and then you do that times 10. Like, are you really trading or are you just hoping for luck? So then I think it's good for people who can genuinely have discipline and aren't like fucking lobotomy patients. Um, but for the general public, I think that they should probably stay away from them because they are designed to make poor traders fail. They're designed to make undisciplined traders fail. They're designed to make people who don't really know what they're doing fail and promise a payout almost. So if you're a lobotomy
Facts.
patient and you're like, you don't really know what you're doing and you kind of overtrade and you don't know what you're doing wrong, whenever you get out of a trade and you lose, you should probably stay away from them. If you're pretty self-aware and you like, all right, if you can look at the charts and be like, damn, I shouldn't have put that trade in because of this, you'll be fine. By the end of the account, you'll pass it. So that's kind of my thoughts. And then versus a regular account, bro, I think people just they look at it as two different things. Whereas me, I just kind of look at it as one. Like I treat it the same. I just paid 49 bucks for this account. Nigga, this is my money. What are you talking about? So I treat it like my little baby, you know? Um, Now a real account, that's a little bit scarier, but you'll have to pay for like the fees, like the transaction fees, like slippage, all that type of stuff. But you can get your obviously the profit same day. There's no limitations. You can swing trade. So I mean, it depends on what you want to do, right? If you have enough money to do it, 800, 900,000 dollars, go ahead. You know,
Facts. Dang, yeah, that's true, bro. Cause like so I was trying to do. I did options before I did futures, and
Mm,
I made like three k in options, but like
yeah,
that took me like freaking 3 months, and I was like the strategy I was using, it like I wasn't trading how I was now. Like I wasn't actually reading the candlesticks, like the chart. Like I was doing this strategy where I had like every $5, like it was like 55, 60, 65, 70. I had those like bracketed off or like just like lines through them. And every time price would break through like drastically, I would enter in on the pullback. So I heard some YouTubers saying like these are like like the psychological levels. So if the buyers break this $55 level, odds are they want to take it to like a 57 or a 58. And I was doing that, and like I made like freaking money, and then I was like, okay, I think I'm ready to try futures now. And then I was
you
trying that
learned a
same shit in
very hard
futures.
lesson. Learned a big ass
Yo,
lesson.
facts, bro, facts. I got handled, bro. I I got handled. Yeah, bro. I was like, all right, I gotta really learn this shit. This shit is not flying over here.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, like you said, like unless you kind of have a lot of money, I guess because options trading, I mean, you can make bands in options trading with just like 1,500, 200, but you can also lose it. Like that was my problem. I started to freaking lose with that strategy. Like I tried to play like freaking Tesla, and like it was just I just see like the most get the most bullshit price action. But anyways, again, bro, thanks for hopping on the show on the Hooligans podcast. I got one more question before we're gonna wrap up the show. Again, appreciate your time, bro. Thank you.
Of course,
Um,
brother.
for the last question, so I may or may not have some political aspirations in the distant future. So this question kind of pertains to that. Where do you see the U.S. in 5 to 10 years?
Um, yeah, that's a good question. I am a very political person when it comes to like current event stuff. That's stuff that I do keep up on. As a trader, you kind of have to keep up on it. So I had no fucking choice. But
Right,
I'm gonna be
right.
honest with you, it's less about the politicians nowadays. People will blame them, but honestly, it's just us as a society, bro. Like there's just so much that has changed since I've been growing up. And I really do not agree with how society's going. I think it really stems from social media, and the agendas that are being pushed, and that can be from any party. And I think that the government is a selective one party, and they divide it to keep us divided. They're all answering to the same people. I'm not going to say the names of the people they answer to, but I think that in the next 5 years, I don't think there's gonna be like a civil war or like a world war. Like that's I don't believe that shit's gonna happen. Right now they're in the Middle East. They're just fucking making money. This is all just a planned thing to open up some there's like a what is it? There's like a strafe in Gaza or something that Israel's trying to take over. But either way, it's all just basically money. In the next 5 years in the United
Yeah,
States, though, I think that we're completely fucked. The food that they're feeding us are cooked is cooked. There's a lot wrong with the food. That's fast food. That's grocery store food. I think that they're poisoning us. They have chemtrails. They have a lot of fluoride in the water. I think that the U.S. is completely fucked. Honestly, I want to move out of the U.S. just because of what they're doing to the people here and as a society. I mean, I think it's our faults as well. I mean, we're so much on social media and we're so like squirrel brained right now that we're not patient with each other, like in real life. Like people don't know how to talk to each other anymore. They're like huge social anxiety. There's people who are just completely rude, speeding on the roads, almost causing accidents, just fucking just being inconsiderate of other people. And that was never a thing when I was growing up. So I think within the next 5 years, it's gonna get completely fucking worse because you have people out here who are trying to get views on TikTok and Instagram by doing God knows what inside of God knows who retailer. I think that nobody has any dignity and they don't have any integrity anymore. that's the biggest thing. People don't have any morals. They don't really give a fuck about anybody else around them, and it deeply disturbs me. Like a very big part of me, it disturbs me. It makes me want to get out of here. Like I genuinely don't like being around people anymore. I, it even is hard to conversate sometimes with people in real life, just because the general public is so hive mind on what they're seeing on social media. I think that it would take somebody
Facts.
who could break that away. And obviously God got us, but in the next 5 years we're completely fucked, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like the way that we're going, we're probably all gonna kill each other or kill ourselves. So I don't know. We're it's over, bro. Genuinely, the United States is done, bro.
I feel you on that, bro. I ain't mad at that response, bro. Like sometimes you just gotta call it as you see it, and
Bro.
like you said,
And
like
that's just
it's
my
just
perspective, but that's just I think that's the way society's going, bro. Like we're so divided, we're conquering each other. We're just looking for the next enjoyable instant gratification thing. We're cooked, bro. It's over.
nah, yeah, man. Like I moved all the way to the freaking bottom land and shit to like try and
I
avoid
seen that.
drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Um,
fuck with that, bro. I fuck with that heavy. That's the dream for sure.
appreciate it. Thank you. Um, freaking I moved out here to try to get away from drama because I'm like freaking getting in fights over there and like just bullshit with the cops. And it's like the same shit over here is like almost even worse. Like I'm just trying to I'll be by myself and then someone will just come randomly and like I had to have like the cops called and shit like that. And it's just like you said, like it's not even something that you have to think about. You can just go in society and you'll see it, you'll experience it, and it's like
Yeah.
it's just crazy, man. It's definitely not looking good, bro. But
It's
no, I
not, bro.
appreciate your
No.
perspective. I mean, I pretty much am on the same page with you. Like this shit is like it's either like for me, I feel like buying land in the US and then leaving the US and then like go living life outside the US, letting your land appreciate here and like you can always have something to come back to because it's like you said, bro, like chaos. And then even from like the political clients, we don't gotta get too much wrapped into that, but like the options on who we have to like to run the country, it's crazy. Like you said, like when you were younger, I know like I think I'm probably like a few years older than you, so I feel you, bro. Like Donald Trump as a candidate, like what the heck is that? Like and then even Kamala Harris had at her rally, she had what's her name, Meg the Stallion, like twerking and stuff. So I'm just like,
Bro,
yo, like
I mean,
it's
those are
unbelievable.
just shills, bro. Those are just shills. It's the same party. They both do the same laws. Like it's nah, there's no such thing as a politician, bro. There's families that are tied so deep into the history of America that it's not even funny, bro. Like genuinely it's so
Dang,
cooked. Like I can show you like I don't really want to go too deep into this cuz there's somebody always watching. But there's a website that you can go on where
facts.
they genuinely have cameras on every single fucking street of every like place in America, and it's owned by Palantir and all these other like the people who own Claude. It's owned by them. Like you can go on it, and the logo is a
Dang,
bird with a camera on its head, and there's cameras everywhere. Like these family ties run so deep, they control the world, bro. There's no such thing as a politician. They're definitely pushing a new world order, bro. So even whoever you vote for, like it's already planned out. Like they rig it. They're all shills for whoever's behind them. But I'm not gonna go too deep into that because that's just a whole bunch of conspiracy stuff. But
right. No, yeah, bro. We'll go ahead and wrap it up. But I when I was running for candidacy for fucking North Hollywood, for what's it called, city councilman of North Hollywood. I did
okay,
I have the videos are actually on this channel. Like it's funny, they have like one or two views, but I went into like a deep dive in like into like the last 100 years on like on this country, on the US. And like
Yeah.
it's just crazy from like, you know, like 1901 to now. Like I was just like, damn, like shit's really went down here to where it was like it wasn't no like you said there wasn't no politicians making choices and stuff. It was people with power, families with power, and just letting niggas have it, man. So
Bro.
that's pretty it's pretty crazy. And you know, just to as like from to me to be, you know, I'm part black, half black, to be like in the stock market and, you know, to even be in like, you know, small business. It's just crazy like how far this country has come, and like how much of a fucked up position like just a few years, me being born a few years like earlier, I would have been in. So yeah, man. Definitely it's crazy. Like, you know, getting older, like, as a kid, like you kind of don't think twice about this stuff. But definitely, bro. We probably got to have you back on again, bro. Just to talk more stocks, talk more small business, and maybe a little politics. But again, thank you for coming on to the Hooligans podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Lancourt, and this is Businessman Graison. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great day. Hooligans.
All right, brother.
Peace.
Peace.